Greetings. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to do a segment 2 on how much will it cost to build. A lot of folks are giving up on probably, excuse me, I have something. Um, they've literally given up on buying a home that and are thinking of building. There's pluses to that, and minuses, of course. Um, but you can start small. You can always add to a home later on. But today there's feasibilities that has to be done on a site to be able to uh, build on them. And we're going to talk about those. We had segment 1 earlier uh, on actually the property itself, purchasing that. You can find that in my YouTube channels. But this one is practical site feasibility. And it's talking about utilities and infrastructure costs. And you really have to research these uh, in the area that you're planning on buying the property. Uh, you Utilities are a huge hidden cost in raw land that people don't think about. It's the only reason I bring them up, just so you'll think about it and make sure that you do. Um, you need to find out the distance and the cost to connect to municipal electric, water, and sewer. The further the way, the more you pay. I have not had this experience in home building, but in purchasing business property, I have had because I had to have more power than what was there and that kind of thing. So you need to know this before you buy the building or before you decide to buy the land and build, especially then. Um, and then if you're going to have septic, you need a critical check there. You might not be able to connect to the public sewer. Uh, so you have to go through all the tests that they have to make sure that the soil absorbs the water, wastewater properly, and or your permit will be denied, period. Okay, so that's an important one. And your water. If you're drilling a well, uh, you have to find out about that. And drilling is a major expense. You need to budget at least $20,000 for that, according to my resources here. Uh, well, septic, and electric hook are costly. Get a new survey done. You're likely going to be able to find a recorded survey somewhere. Who knows how old it is, how maybe it is current. Get it checked out. Anyway, and tax maps. And sometimes they will commission a fresh current boundary survey before closing anyway. Confirms the property lines and encroachments and that stuff. Check out the lay of the land, the topography, the environmental issues. Make sure that there's none of those on that. And the physical features. Uh, Wetlands, floods, those kind of things. See if there's any drainage usage. Water problems can heavily restrict the home's location that you're planning on building there. Poor soil quality, rocky outcroppings, steep slopes. These increase site preparation costs, clearing, grading, uh, excavating significantly. What kind of soil and topography that your property has. And hazards. Look for signs of past issues, old garbage dumps, buried fuel tanks, chemical runoffs, anything that you can find. And the final conclusion is consult the experts and budget for risk in buying land. Uh, Land is sometimes considered high risk for lenders. And sometimes they'll require a higher down payment than you expect, up to 50% sometimes. and higher interest rates on the mortgage. Final thing, hire a team and make sure that your realtor is someone who specializes in land sales because they've got the lowdown on it. Do your due diligence, and you can turn that plot of land into your perfect home site that you've always wanted. It's just going to be work and a lot of checking and making sure that everything's going to work properly for you. And I wish you the very best with that. I see beautiful lots, beautiful that would make places for beautiful homes. And I pray yours is one of them. Thank you for joining me. See you again soon. Linda Hollington, Caldwell Banker Paradise.